Back home that you may have picked up on now that you're here after living in Kenya? And this was kind of like your first experience with Kenyans living in the U.S. You know, was there? Are we the same, or is there
a lot of Kenyans, and a lot of them just have I can tell they haven't spent much time there in a while, maybe, or since. It's different when you like grew up as a child, maybe, but as an adult. Yeah. I feel like, and it's just not easy though. It's not easy to, especially when you have a job here. Yeah. So like even Betty and Yvonne were like, "Girl, you're more Kenyan than me right now," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I've spent more adult time there, kind of." So I feel like sometimes it's like I don't know. Yvonne is learning now. So if you look at her TikTok, she's like doing everything like it's her first time in Kenya, even though she's Kenyan. She grew up in Kenya. It's like she's relearning Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, the adult experience is totally different from the, I guess, elementary, primary school growing up.
It's a different vibe.
A totally different thing. And then it's a different Kenya anyway, because we didn't have cell phones, social media.
Yeah, Kenya's changed.
You know, it was a whole, you know.
If I went back in 10 years, it would be the same thing. Like 5 years, maybe.
If you went back in 2 years, it's not going to be the same.
Kenya changes every year. If you miss a year, you really miss like a whole slew of stuff.
But what about the crew of the One Mic Show? Do we also give you that vibe that we've not been around Kenya for a long time?
I think
especially the one sitting next to you.
I don't think that all the way, because you guys go out your way to stay involved and stay hip to that and go home. So even if you don't have like the footwork, your eyes are on the street.
Yes, absolutely.
You're in connection.
Can you break that down for that guy sitting next to you? He doesn't understand that lingo.
Even if you're not walking around, you know what's going on by keeping.
He doesn't know what's going around.
Even if you're not walking
Swahili,
say it in Swahili.
Well, she was starting.
Are you ever going to make an attempt to learn Swahili, or that's just not for you?
I know a little, like pole, a little, you know, enough.
But are you ever going to make an attempt to learn it
in
order to be able to
when you ask for something and you get frustrated?
I pull out Google Translate and if you tell me to say anything in Swahili, I guarantee you I can say it through Google Translate.
No, but you have a desire
I do.
Or to be able to socialize in Swahili at a certain point.
I do. Even when I was staying in Ghana, it took me a while to learn Tree. It has to be natural. So I'm not like let me go to my Tree class this morning. Like, it has to be natural. Okay. I have to pick it up from being around people. So I feel like that'll come.
And then people around you don't speak Swahili, right? So it's hard for you to pick it up. Like the people who hang out around you.
Yeah, so you have
when they talk to you,
you have to be deliberate about that.
You have to actually be deliberate and have
you have to be deliberate about
that.
The
forefront.
You know, maybe I should connect you to some
because people will be next to you and they see, okay, America, let's speak English, right?
Yeah, they also want I had a couple of friends who were teaching me some Swahili.
But I think she'll be like,
but they'll teach you
Yoruba or Igbo or something.
So this is the thing. You see, when you hang out with us, right? You realize that most of the time we switch between different languages, but then a lot of times is we just go deep in Swahili for a period of time and then come back. So,
and the Swahili we're talking about Nishang.
So when socialization,
so if the people you hang out with are sort of like that, then it becomes easier for you to pick it up. But then it's just like when you're hanging out with Spanish people, and then all the time they speak Spanish, and when they say something, they say Spanish, then then tell it to you in English, you pick it up much faster.
But I think, you know what, when people are starting to learn languages as you get older, actually you start learning the curse words first. Yeah. Before you start, if you want to say somebody, how do you say ass in Matako?
Yeah.
Or if you want to insult somebody, pendejo, you're like, those are the words that, you don't really go out there to start.
That's your experience.
No.
That's your experience.
It's boss.
It's not been mine. That's your experience.
You know, Ali has a different take.
Ali. He's a type C. First and foremost, he's a type C.
But he teaches language.
It's a type C.
Something you got to give him credit for is that he actually teaches language. Swahili being.
Yes.
He actually teaches
the
Swahili.
language.
Wow.
Yes.
So when are you going to offer free lessons?
I think you messed up.
If you were really invested in me learning.
You messed up at that one with the F. That's where you messed up completely.
No, but we can have a conversation about
that. That's the F one.
Okay. Let me say my biggest thing when teaching Swahili, I'm good at teaching people who want to learn it. There's some people who do it because they have to do it. I'm not a very good teacher for those who have to do it. I'm better because teachers have different personalities. There are those who know how to teach people who have to learn it. Personally, I'm good at teaching people that want to learn it. So even the kids that I teach, I have to, before even I start teaching them the first word, I kind of have to bribe them into telling them why they should like it.
Yeah.
You know, so that it's not a thing of, oh, my parent is the one who pushed me to do this. Yeah. So that's because that makes a very big difference.
Yeah.
It makes a very big difference when you're learning something because you have to, or when you're learning something because you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're